Hey,
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
wow! I guess I'm the only one here.
hey, you colored that
That's
up pretty quick.
really
Eh?
messed up.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Maybe I'm not
Halloween.
Welcome to another edition of the Heikadelic Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, George, why don't you get us started off on the right foot?
I can try and do that. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ah, love it.
There you go.
So first up was Melanie. All right, Melanie Boone.
Yes.
First on deck. Then we've got Deborah
Yep.
and James Boone. Right.
Wow.
Close third. Very cool. Very cool.
Folks, those are our super fans. They're like right here, right beginning of the show, every show. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Look
Well,
nice
let's
for
not
them.
forget our other super fans too. But yeah, they're just late getting on because they're putting the costumes on. I know it.
Yeah, getting all dressed up. So if anybody has a really cool costume today and they want to show us, let us know. We'll bring you on.
Yeah, we want to hear some stories about, some creepy stuff, some haunted stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever your flavor is. Because tonight's going to be a fun Halloweeny night.
Mm.
Sure is.
Look at what Ringo's
And
got.
what does Ringo got?
Ooh.
We can play. What
Ooh.
is Ringo? Ringo's got tarot cards.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm a little foggy on the meaning of the cards, I kind of know, but yeah. So, Derek, what maybe you could do in the background is call up your little web browser and just read the short form of the card meaning, and then I'll do the interpretation
There you go.
for anyone who wants to get read.
Okay.
And this is for entertainment purposes only.
Mhm.
Please don't go and quit your jobs, divorce your mates,
Yeah.
What I
All
see
right.
means nothing at all. However, I am going to set a
Oh.
mood light.
Oh.
Here we go.
Who knows the true meaning
Read
of
much here.
Halloween?
All Hallows Eve.
The true meaning?
Hmm.
So how come?
Like why it exists?
Yes.
Ooh.
Do
Okay.
you see the colors change? Get out.
Oh, it's a color change.
Very nice. Really
So,
some
yeah.
predictions of the future. Tell you what, put away the Monopoly, kids. And there we go.
No.
There, now we're talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
We can all put our hands over here and
do you want to play? Yeah, right. I'm going to put this away back in its box because I don't want
Good idea.
I don't want it
Good
hanging
idea.
around.
still the most sold game ever.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Yeah, the most sold board game. It is.
is
I thought Monopoly
All
was.
around the world. No.
really?
No.
Huh.
Sorry. It's crazy.
Hmm.
I don't really know that. I'm just saying that.
You're just saying that.
Everybody's owned one at one point. Oh, I was on Monopoly at one point too.
Thanks, Melanie.
I actually own Uxbridge Monopoly.
Really? Go figure.
Yeah, but there's a few of them on the go tonight around the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The second strongest night for all that tonight.
Yeah, eh?
After April 30th, yeah.
Really?
That's the most powerful night
You're
of
supposed to light up for tonight.
things crossing over.
All the bad
Remember that.
stuff. Yeah, it's
Yep.
exactly 6 months from Halloween, right?
Yeah, Walpurgis Nacht, as we mentioned
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight is the best connection in between our our realm and like the
Second
spirit
best, second most best
Oh.
after
That-
April 30th.
realm.
Yeah,
Told today,
April 30th is like
But
the
I-
number one for all that, eh?
the Celtic. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Right? Fucking Heiko.
I know. I just
Nice
do it.
face.
Mm.
Okay, so why don't we start off by sharing some spooky stories? We can go around the group. We can go around our peeps watching in, and feel free if you want to come on live and chat about a paranormal event or something that would be
Just something that scared the crap out of you, like
Yeah.
anything.
Yep, anything like that, or just a Halloween experience that way.
Yeah.
Was fun or went awry somehow. And yeah, that'd be awesome. We can get you on in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
Send us a message. Tell us you want on.
Derek,
We'll
I know
bring you aboard.
you're kind of a, obviously your band is House of Haunt, right? So,
Yep.
why don't you tell us about a haunting experience?
A haunting experience. Okay, so being in a Halloween-based band, I try and look for experiences. Pardon me, I didn't put my makeup on. Yeah, I try and look for experiences. Maybe I shouldn't because nothing really ever happens to me. But I do get to see pictures and stuff of stuff that's happened. And,
Oh, yeah?
There's a tavern in Toronto called Duffy's Tavern.
Okay.
It's been around since the 30s, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
There's the sound man there, Gary. He's been there forever. Anyways, so he was working one night and he's like, I just had a strange feeling, right?
Right.
And he didn't know what it was, so it went away. Didn't think much of it. I guess somebody was looking at the security cam the next day or whatever, and
Right.
they see, because he was at the till, right? So they see a face appear behind him, and it's literally it's like from early 1900s. The face looks right, like just I want to say it had it looked like a mustache and just. It looked like a guy from the 30s. I don't know how. That's how it felt. Anyways, yeah, it was sitting behind him. And he's like, it was literally right beside him. And yeah, that's what his creepy thing ended up being. They got a picture of it off the video, off the camera.
See, and that's cool.
Surveillance.
Actually getting a photograph of that kind of stuff, right? Having proof.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. It's funny.
Yeah.
Derek,
When was that? When was that?
When was it? Oh,
Yeah.
it was like back in the early 2000s or something.
Oh, okay. Right.
It wasn't
So
like
you were
millions
talking
of years ago.
about, getting something on film like at a venue, the old music hall location. Actually, one of the owners, I think there was Maggie, myself, and maybe even Kathy and Terry Code. We had caught something on camera that was kind of odd upstairs. So, but yeah, a lot of buildings have history, and what I think is important is that, and I found with myself being on, I've talked about this before, that I was actually on a ghost discovery team, and I found out during the course of that I would get a lot of pictures that others wouldn't, which meant that there was probably some kind of energy around me that is more of a, let's say, kind of what a medium would have, or some kind of clairvoyant type of energy. But it would draw, because of the openness, would draw these images when I would take pictures. And
Hmm.
one of these days I will pull that from wherever I stored them, because I do have literally, you know, a couple of hundred maybe of
Yep.
events that I personally took. That you know, Ghost Road being, I think, my best shots ever. Displaying the guy in the motorcycle without a doubt. But
Wow.
get them in some night.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I was off in Vancouver last week, so I was kind of hoping I could have gotten that, but I have to rifle through some old PCs and stuff to grab them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Derek, so George, what about yourself? You want to talk about the the person in the background?
Yeah, I mean, like I've told you before, I've had the reflection of like what looks like a bride, but it's grey. You can't see her face. The veil's on. I've walked through here, and I've been sat at the bar over there.
Okay.
I wrote it down. I've had the hand on my shoulder when I thought it was Lizard come down and turn around.
Yep.
There's nobody there. And believe it or not, and I wrote it down here, 25th of October, 9:33 p.m. Right here. I was sat here, which I looked up was last Tuesday around this time. And I'm sat and I'm like writing here, right? So I'm like facing the desk.
Yep.
Computer's over there. And for some reason, I thought, so like maybe Lizard come down, but somebody was leaning over looking at what I'm doing over here. Right. And like that. And it felt like a presence again, not just, you know, and I thought, it's Lizard's come down to see what I'm doing, sneaking. And for a second, I turned my head around and it was like a white shadow type silhouette thing. Like it was white. Yeah. And it was like kind of, for a brief second, they were like leaning on the desk and like looking at what I was doing.
Wow. And that was like last week.
Yeah, it was 25th, last Tuesday.
Wow.
But it wasn't scary though in that sense. Yeah. It was just, but then you didn't feel like anything nasty. You just thought, someone's interested in what I'm doing.
Yeah. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, what you're writing, kind of thing, you know. So that's my most recent story.
That's pretty amazing. So what you ought to do there, George, is set up some cameras for a period of time.
But I mean, that's the first time for the long time, you know. Yeah. So it's not like it's you know, constant or anything. But I mean, I told you the one about the shadow of, like, back in '77 in the house we used to live in. There's we had like long curtains at the back window. They were black on one side, but there's just like shadow man with a hat on. You couldn't see his face; he was black, and he had this black cloak, a bit like Zorro, but longer kind of coat. You know, you couldn't see a face or anything, and that's when I felt he was there. You know, it's again, there's a certain feeling you get. It's weird.
Yeah. That's a message. That's actually there's something there, right? So that dark figure is actually like a it can be a guardian, but it could also be the reverse of that, right?
Yeah. So this one was where I felt, you know, the next day because I had a day job. Then I was saying to one of my pals in work, I said, like, told him what happened, and I said, blah 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 blah. I said, like, and I felt depressed. Like, it depressed me, right? This, whatever it was, and then that was it was a Thursday night when I was like going to bed. It was like about, I guess, one in the morning, something like that. And then the next day was Friday, and that's when I said it. And then I felt like, oof, you know, something felt rough. And then on the Saturday, I got a phone call. My dad had been in a car accident.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And I didn't really relate the two at the time. And then I remember a few months later, I was watching a documentary on the BBC, and it was about like, you know, the paranormal or whatever. And there was a lady, and it was in Glasgow, and she was walking past a shop doorway, a recessed shop doorway, and she described described exactly who was in my living room, like 6 months earlier. And she said, and when I walked past him, I got this awful feeling of melancholy. And I thought, that's it. That's what I felt. Not depressed. I felt melancholy. And then, like I say, the next day, I get you know, my dad's been in an accident. So I don't know if it was related, but, you know, looking back on it.
The energy was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like almost like an omen that something's going to happen. But
So when you had the sensation in your room there, did you feel any temperature changes?
no, because it was so fast.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing I get here is I told you fragrance, like ladies' perfume.
Yeah.
Scent. Sometimes I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that come from?
I had that the other day. Actually, it was
Really?
it was like roses almost.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I was like, so I'm like, hey, how are you? I don't know who's visiting, but hey.
I've started doing that actually. I go, all right.
Yeah, you gotta say hi. You don't know who it is. And if it isn't, fuck. I talk to myself. Fuck, who cares?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Derek brings up a good point because you can communicate. If you feel uneasy, you can. I think I mentioned this before. You can command. You're in command of your space and your home and everything else, right? So you can simply ask it to leave and sort of stand your ground, firmly ask for it to leave. Then, of course, if you don't want to be bothered, there's some rituals that you can obviously do. Saging is quite effective. Salt lines on barriers, that sort of thing. But that you've got to be very cautious with.
I heard saging. You got to be very careful and do it right.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably worth getting some expert like, say, Deanna, Neon Dreamer, or somebody like that to come out and, it's well worth the spend if you're actually going to sage your house properly. But I think what a lot of us don't realize is that a negative feeds on negative, right? So if you've got a lot of negative energy, or you got that melancholy feeling, or you've got, the feeling of fear, is, let's say a demon's playground, for instance, right? So being firm about your intentions would be good. The cloaked figure always kind of foreshadows something not positive. So it's going to be something like your scenario, George. So it could come and then something not so good happen afterwards. The other thing is sometimes you're about to cross, let's say, a realm that it's there to protect. That's if you're aware, then back off, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
So that's creepy. I wondered where Derek went, and I looked up and I could see the eyes. I go, "Ooh."
So Heiko, do you have a story for us?
Oh yeah, there's stories. It's funny because what you guys just mentioned too. I don't get perfume smells here in the house. I will get the smell of a cigar being lit.
There you go.
Yeah. It happens every once in a while in this house. Yep. There's music. Both of us hear it. We'll hear music play. And, it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Everything's off. There's no music playing, but we hear it. Yeah.
So that, that's interesting. That's more in line with someone who had been a part of your property. Do you know if someone's buried on your property?
That we don't know. But we have found out that we went to see a medium, and they said there's a elderly man and a young boy here with us.
Right.
Yeah. And that's kind of cool because that's where I thought, holy shit, a cigar, right?
Yeah, and it's definitely not anything negative. It's something that
not at all. Not at all.
Is fine, and it also accepts your presence, but it is someone who had owned that property.
How
old is it? If you like the smell of cigars, you've got no reason to be concerned, right?
No, it's pretty cool, I think. And we'll hear
How,
hear my name being called.
How old is your property?
How old is the property? I don't know, but it's a century home. It's well over 100 years old,
Yeah.
and it's been added to and,
like I know
and stuff.
mine. All the additions, yeah. Like mine's from 1904.
Hi, Aubrey.
Part.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, the original part, I didn't find anything in it with any dates, but the addition, I found newspapers in the walls from 1936.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they used anything to get their hands on
Did
for
you find any
insulation,
cool
right?
ones?
Yeah.
We found
Yeah,
stuff
like
about
I
the
have,
Queen and
I have the whole newspapers.
And...
Yeah, I haven't read the whole thing, but it's got the pre-war stuff in it, the ads and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool, very cool. I'd like to actually get some time, sit down and literally go through it and read these papers. The best intact ones I have is November 8th, 9th, and 11th, 1936, and it's the Toronto Daily Star. They called it that day. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
But yeah, I'll hear my voice. Like someone calling my name, I mean, right?
Yep.
And
your voice. I was gonna say hi.
Yeah, not my voice. My name. I hear my name. And the one thing that was kind of,
I get that too once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll just be like, even my name is just like A, and it's like they're just calling me, and it's like there's nobody even fucking around here.
Wow.
Yeah. And the one thing that was kind of cool, I always have a glass of water on bedside table.
Yep.
Like every night.
Yep.
And I got out of bed in the morning and I put my feet down.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, wasn't quite morning yet. It was still dark out. So I was going to the bathroom. And I go, what the hell? I stepped in water, right? So I turned the light on and I looked, and it looked like somebody had taken the glass and gone like left to right, maybe 3 times, and poured it out on the carpet.
Okay.
And then put the glass down. The glass was on the floor, right side up, away from where the water was spilt on the floor.
Mm.
And we both
Water
looked at that
is
and
the
said,
biggest
"There's
medium."
Yeah, but the way it was positioned, there is no way I knocked that glass off and it did what it did. Because there would be a splash. And the glass could be right side up, you never know, but not poured in 3 lines and then the glass sitting further away from it. So that was kind of cool. I think that was the little boy playing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Wow.
Possible.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't know, right?
I'm here. Yeah.
But there's nothing bad here. This house feels so warm. It's almost embracing. It's a great old house.
Mm-hmm.
So weird shit happens though. Whatever, right?
Yep.
Yep. Definitely can.
But there's one story I will never forget.
Yep.
And it happened to me when I was a kid.
Okay.
My brother and I were still sleeping in the same room in bunk beds in my parents' house in Ajax. And I was on the top bunk.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother and I, we'd always fool around and bug each other and shit like that. He'd kick the bottom of my bed, and right? I'd curl the mattress back and I'd spit on him or something like that. With brothers, right?
Yep.
But the one day I'm up in my bed and I just had this creepy feeling, and I just rolled over and I looked into the room, like off my bed, and just like you said, a cloak. It was probably 1.5 feet away from my face. It looked like there was a very tall person standing there with a black blanket over them. No sound, no movement, no nothing, but the street light was shining in the window and it was there. It was right there perfectly. Yeah. I'll never forget that.
Some people have experienced that presence with, when you're in between sleeping and not, almost the dream state, but your body's kind of like gone into a pre-sleep sort of paralysis.
Sleep
Right.
paralysis.
And right. So, and people somehow, I have to say I've experienced that in the past, and I'm talking several years ago, many times, and I'm not exactly sure why, but
I did once when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was when I was in Bolton, so that was like pre 5 years old. I would have been 4 or 5 years old.
yeah.
Right.
As I moved up to Uxbridge for kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
That is the weirdest thing, because I saw like a shadow, and I wanted to scream and I couldn't. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything.
You can't
Hey,
get
stop kicking the dog.
you can't get the words out, right?
Trying to swat him, actually. Cat's on my lap, and the dog wants to fight.
Like sense of presence.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just throw him on the floor. Let him play. Let him work it out.
Yeah. Well, animals, I mean, they can sense, they can sense a lot, and that we don't or acknowledge.
That's right. And too bad you can't communicate with them, because I've had that happen too, where I've had the dog and both cats stare at a spot on the wall, all three of them. And I looked and I go, what are you guys looking at? And all three of them are staring.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting. That usually means there's something.
So I'm going, okay, maybe there's something there, something they could sense. I sure shit can't see it or hear it or feel it, right? But all three of them did at the same time. So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. Well, actually, you just remember the glass. That's the other thing, because there's a bathroom next door here in the basement, and I've told you before, there was a glass tumbler, and I went in to brush my teeth going to bed one night before I went upstairs, and I'm just stood there, and the tumbler was empty, but it was on the sink counter, and it just started shaking. It shook for about, I don't know, 3-4 seconds, like that. And I'm like, what caused that? And I tried doing it myself, like trying to get it, and it wouldn't do it. It'd do 1 or 2 and stop. I just went, okay.
It's cool. You can look it up too. I've seen some really neat videos the last little while. I know Halloween's coming up, and I know people do shit.
Just Halloween is today
for a kick. Just for the kicks, right?
Yeah.
But there's sometimes like people have cameras in their homes now, like everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's a lady in the kitchen. It's by herself. It's in the evening, and shit moves in her kitchen, and it's on, like you can see it on the camera.
Right.
Yeah. There's like a little tiny book. I don't know what kind of book it was, but it was, maybe the size of your hand. And it's laying there, and you could watch the cover open. Right? And she'd kind of catch stuff, but not really know what's going on and not clue in. And then the roll of toilet papers unrolled itself across the counter. She just kind of rolled it back up and stood it up. Weird shit like that, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Like I don't rule anything like that out.
No.
Right? Because we don't know. Yes, I'm very open-minded. And if you see something, like if I was in that kitchen and I watched that stuff happen, I'd go, oh, okay. Right? I wouldn't scream and run out of the room, but
it's like that scene. I think it's Poltergeist, one of the Poltergeist movies. And the thing is, when stuff happens in daylight, it's so much scarier than at night time. And there's that scene in the morning. It must be morning. She's just seeing the kids off to school, and she's on her own in the kitchen. And like she turns around and she's doing whatever at the count, And then she turns around, and the 4 chairs around the table are all stacked on the table.
Yeah, they're stacked
Remember
on the
that scene?
table. Yeah.
I remember watching that with headphones on. I'm like, whoa, at like 3 a.m. I'm like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, and it's something that just happened quickly and quietly. You know what I
it's
mean? In
very
the
scary.
middle of broad daylight.
It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh, this is going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So nobody wants to come on the show? No one has anything to tell us? Has anybody even sent us a message? You guys can type it if you don't want to come on the show in person and tell us something.
Oh, Kathy just popped on. Hey,
Everybody must be
Hi, Heather.
scared.
I've got Kathy's part of her costume on, actually.
Nice.
It's very nice. It's very becoming.
She was on the wrong link for the show. Well, usually the link is the pin to the top. So if you're all looking for the show, then but we definitely have a few viewers on here. That is good to see. So I'm going to try. Why don't we try a little experiment?
Okay.
All right.
You can do a little bit of a reading, and Derek, you can be my my fact checker in the background. So I don't know if you can grab a couple of some tarot meaning guide or something like that, because I'm a little foggy on some of it.
Okay. I have my proper drinking glass here.
Ooh.
I have
a skull one upstairs, actually. Yeah.
So,
you
can
should,
you hear me
should have
now?
brought it.
No.
Yes.
The whole time I was talking, fuck, man, I had it on mute.
That's why you were so quiet.
Don't hate when that happens.
Ringo's talking right over me. Like I'm talking, and Ringo's talking over me.
I wondered why you weren't saying anything.
No. So you want to recap that, Derek?
Not fucking saying anything. Yeah, I've got. So what I originally told you is, hey Ringo, I have the tarot fucking meetings up anytime you're ready.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, so if Derek could, I'm like, fuck. Dude,
Yeah.
I just fucking said that. Like, listen to me.
Derek.
Can you guys not hear me? And I was like,
Derek,
shit.
what are you doing? Are you playing with yourself again?
Always.
So if I'm going to be a tarot reader, and again, this is purely entertainment. Don't go sell your house. Don't go divorce your mate.
Don't kick the cat.
Definitely don't kick the cat. Cats are awesome. In fact, that would be wrong.
Cats are assholes, by the way.
Oh my God, here we go. I'll let Kathy take that one.
Well, a cat will eat you if you die, right?
Yeah.
Cats are assholes.
We have 2 cats here and we love them, but cats are assholes. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You watch some cat videos online and tell me what you think.
Okay, I'm just going to say right now, first of all, you never diss cats.
That's right.
Never be cruel to cats, especially online. And if you don't know Heiko, don't even worry about it. I'll send you a link later.
Okay.
You always have to be good to cats because cats are great. Right to all my internet friends. That's right, you crazy fuckers. You want to get taken down? You want to do something bad to a cat and post it on fucking line?
Oh, there you go.
People will pretty much kill you.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Yeah, for sure.
Like they found a serial killer because he posted fucking something about a cat.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I love when that happens.
Kathy brought up a good point. So George, if you got a backside for tonight,
of course.
Let's do it, and then let's get into this. We're gonna do some readings.
All right. Yeah. I'm just gonna come out of the phantom zone. Come out of the. I'm astrally projecting right now. It's not really me that you can see.
Hey, wait a second. Before you even pull that up, with that comment, is it Rob Zombie?
What?
Is it Rob Zombie?
You're already calling it.
Yeah, before.
The album.
Because he has astro project. He says, right? So.
Okay, but we can't start yet.
Hey folks, it's time for George's backside, my favorite part of the show. So sit back and have a look at his backside, and you can catch George out in the clubs DJing, that's right, flipping those discs, and whatever else he does. But hey, right now, I just want you to focus on his backside and come up with some answers.
All right. Okay. Derek, was it Rob Zombie?
Yeah.
He got the first buzz of the week.
Yeah. Happy hell now. You gotta look at the
good.
smile on his face. Yes, I got to
felt-
hit the buzzer.
I've not
George,
done it
can
for a
we see
couple of
that
weeks.
backside again?
I've not shown it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't
No.
even shown it.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, this is the thing. I've probably already seen it.
Yeah, see, because you
this-
got your helmet on. That's right.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hmm.
It could go quickly this week. But,
Holy shit.
Jethro Tull.
is it Jethro Tull? It's Jethro Tull. Let's have a look. It's a bit like Who's the Masked Singer, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Mm.
The little dude on the bottom, if he was a lot taller, I'd say he looks like Andre the Giant.
Wow.
Well, look at the hair. So that's, you know,
It's definitely 60s.
Yeah.
Is it?
70s, I would say.
Is
Oh,
it?
yeah?
Well, it could be the 70s. Well, yeah, 70s possibly, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Into the 80s.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it the Eagles? No, it's not the Eagles. Fuck no.
Is it the Eagles?
No,
No.
it's not. Wait. It's
Brutal Tonight.
yeah. Where are
The
they
Brutal.
from?
I think they're from somewhere in Florida, if I'm not
Oh.
mistaken. I can't remember exactly the name of.
Somebody and a band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know who it is.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, should I say it?
I don't know. Is anyone else? Any of our? Viewers?
Well, we haven't heard anything from our fans. Like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Give
So,
us what you want.
Let's see if. All right. Let's give the buzzer a rest, and if anyone comes up with a name, if it's right or wrong, Derek can be the buzzer.
Yeah.
Blood Rock Sausage, of course.
I've got it. I'm pretty positive on who it is.
You have it.
Blood Rock Sausage.
This
Do
person
you know how
is
hard it is to
deceased,
find
right?
an album cover?
This person is deceased and died like a few years ago when a bunch of other
Correct.
musicians died when they were
Correct.
cleaning house. The Illuminati cleaned house.
I don't know about that, but he died a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, Vanodi.
Anybody out there?
Is anybody out there?
Is
If not,
anybody
if you
out
can
there?
hear me.
Contact us.
Is anybody home?
Pink Floyd said that.
Relax,
Yeah.
relax. It's not.
No idea, guys. No one else got an
No.
idea who this could be.
No, not if it's from Florida.
Florida moved out to the West Coast.
Yeah,
Los
moved out to an
Angeles.
Indiana town, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy,
Yeah, Kathy's
Derek's
got it. Kathy's
Yeah.
got
Tom
it.
Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Yeah, Kathy's got it.
Correct. Oh, hang on.
Nice job, Kathy.
Yes. Yeah,
Well
excellent.
done, Kathy.
Yeah, she's becoming actually, she is an authority on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quite the
yeah.
aficionado on George's backside.
That's right.
Nice.
Derek
So-
used to be, and look where he is now.
Hey, I knew that one.
No,
I
he got
told-
it, he got it.
Yeah, I
He
had
was
it. I was letting it go.
He was withholding the answer.
Yeah.
Good idea.
He wanted
Hi,
to
Brad.
give Kathy a chance.
Well,
Yeah.
no, as soon as I saw Kathy put it up, I was like, hey, she got it.
So before we get rolling here, Abre, or Carl. Wait a minute.
Oh,
How
here we
do
go. Aubrey.
Get the name right. Yes. That's a
Aubrey.
question for us.
Mhm.
experts, non-experts.
I
So
think you got the wrong show there.
me and my sister have had this reoccurring dream, and it's odd because we dream the same dream, same night, but different places. She will be at home, I'll be at mine, but in my dream, I'm saving her because she is possessed by a demon, and I'm trying to save her. In her dream, she's dreaming the same thing, and I'm saving her. What on earth, or what does this mean?
Wow.
Well, I
That's-
think I know this one. This one it's pretty self-explanatory. You guys are sisters, and you guys you got each other's back. You're always taking care of each other, and even when you like bang her one boyfriend that she doesn't know about yet, you still love her, so it's all good.
Wow.
Yeah, I that's a good outlook on it, Derek. I mean, twins have been known to share.
But is she a
a
twin?
lot of
She didn't say that. I thought it was just a
nope,
sister.
didn't say that at all.
I
But
just
that
heard chimes.
the connection could be very strong, right?
Was
That's
it
my
me?
house.
Yeah, could be to the point where that dream is shared through almost like an astral sort, or not a projection, but a like a remote viewing, right? So it could be that. However, there is a darker side, and that darker side could be that, yeah, maybe there is something there that is something that you both struggle with. So you really want to think about something, or something symbolic. It doesn't really, you mentioned the D word,
Yeah.
which is that's, although it sounds troubling, it may mean something about something that was either in your past, or something that's pushing both of you in the same sort of dream state realm. So you might want to think about that. And certainly, if you have any comments about what we just said, let us know. Be interested to see if we're on point or not.
I still think it had to do something with the one boyfriend.
And Bradley's asking you if you could pass the pipe, so I'm not sure. His answer might be the best one.
Hi, Brad.
I don't know what's in that pipe, Brad. What kind of pipe is it? Wait a second, we should start with that.
Wow, that was
Heiko,
creepy. Hey,
Heiko,
George,
because-
you just turned your head, right? And when you turned it back, one side of your mustache looks longer than the other now.
well, it
Mhm.
does right now, actually.
Yeah, it's because of the shadow, I think.
He's got the shadow stash, right?
Yeah.
I kind of get.
Well,
I'm not
okay.
gonna lie,
I
I
just
get
want to say I've been seeing a face behind George all night.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pumpkin.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Yes,
not in the pumpkin, but just to the left of the pumpkin, in the center. It would be like in the center bookshelf. There's the circle there, and it's right at George's ear.
Oh, I
I've
see
seen
it. Yep.
move. I've seen it change.
Oh yeah.
I've seen
Right
it
there.
change a couple
Yeah,
times.
right
yes.
there. See it?
But now with George
Right
moving
there.
his finger, I understand why I've seen it change now, because there's, I guess,
Yeah.
just the way the camera adjusts.
Yeah. All
It
right.
change-
Okay. Oh,
it
yeah, it
makes
does look
it-
like a face. It does.
Yeah.
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 It's
So
a
we've got
clock.
a lot of creepy things.
That's a
happening.
clock.
That's the
It looks
anytime clock.
It looks like a little face,
Yeah.
like a shrunken head.
Almost like it's cut quarterly.
It's the
So
anytime
did
clock.
we did our around the table for stories, did we?
What about the tarot?
Yeah.
We're going to do the tarot.
Yeah, we're gonna do those now, aren't we?
Yes.
Wow, my son just
Okay.
came in with his candy. He made out pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah?
good. So you're all right there, Derek.
Yeah.
We'll be raiding the
Did,
stash
did he
later.
go into town?
Yeah, of course. He went into Sunderland with his buddies.
Yeah, right on.
They're at the Hellion age now, right? They're all 11, so he
Hmm.
just had his
Ah.
so he finally got to catch up to all his friends.
Okay. 11. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
imagine. Grade
Yeah.
6.
Oh. All right.
okay,
Madame
so-
Ringo is going to read the cards.
Yeah, so before we get into that, what we ought to do is just play by the rules somewhat. So, whenever you're going to use the other realm or spiritual realm, you want to open it up with, a little bit of a ritual, and that being that we are to those on the other side, we are being respectful, and we're just going to call on you for guidance and some answers. And yeah, this is not a serious endeavor, although we are being respectful. So don't be offended.
Ringo, I have one
Yes,
question to ask of you.
Yep.
What type of tarot cards are you using?
What type of tarot cards am I
Yes,
using?
Moon, Hermit, Star,
Bingo, you should
Devil.
make yourself bigger. Go big
What's that?
screen. Go bigger. Go big screen.
I
you can
will.
see.
I will. Give me a second here. Derek asked me a question because I have 3 decks.
Yep.
Because mine's a traditional rider deck.
Okay. So I'll put a traditional rider deck.
Yeah. Well, the rider tarot card.
And is that I or Y?
It is.
Great
question.
Well, while you guys are figuring all that out, I want to plug the lovely lady that did my face for me tonight. Her name's Deb, and she is a face painter by trade. And if you like what you see, and if you're up, she's in the Beaverton area.
Mm-hmm.
She does tons of kids' parties on every type of occasion. She does festivals, Christmas, all the holidays, you name it. Look her up on Facebook. It's the Blue Leopard face painting. Her name's Deb. She's awesome.
Right. I found it, Ringo. It's rider weight.
Yep. Yeah, I never really paid attention.
76 card.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go with the shorter deck, though.
Okay.
Okay, so...
I always heard about something about like that. You got the shorter deck.
Everybody likes my deck.
Hang on. That is just this. Hang on.
That's all, folks.
Woohoo!
Here we are. So I've got a few things here to help us out. Good. Crystal ball with a gargoyle in it. Ornamental. It's not really
nice.
Crystal ball. I actually do have a crystal ball.
You got a lot of cool shit there, Ringo.
And then I have, what's that? I was going to light all my candles on here, but then it, just wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to see.
Technical difficulties here, right? Okay, so I'm going to read. We're going to do some cards for Heiko. Let's do you first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let me shuffle this little deck.
Which face do I put on? This one or this one?
You put on whatever.
I'm still trying to find just like a basic meaning instead of these great big.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could probably get most of it, but I just a little foggy on some of it. This is a backyard tarot reading.
Yeah.
Okay, so first card is the
tarot cheat sheet. Here we go. All right.
So here's the first card, which is the Page of Swords. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're doing Heiko. So we're going to draw 3 cards. And then the Knight of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
And no, it's not, the night Heiko got really hammered with his buddy and they pulled out their wieners.
Oh dear.
Roast hot dogs, right? So okay, and this
So
one
do you
here
want
is
me to give you the definition of it?
not yet. So this is the
Okay.
star.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that. I get the star.
Look at
Suit
that,
of
eh?
Swords. Oh, and then I got to put star.
Yeah. So so the sequence though is important as well, right? So the star means hope, right? But let's try and figure this out.
Like there's still hope for me yet?
There's still hope.
And you have a star on your forehead.
Mm.
Oh.
Ooh.
Come on, fans.
So the page.
Tell us a story.
Oh wait, okay. Swords and star.
Okay.
Wait a second. I wasn't watching because I was trying to do this. Was that two different
Wow.
cards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Derek, I got it.
All right. Well, all
So
right.
the page, but hang on, I might need your help in a second. So the Page of Swords is interesting because it's really about gossip, kind of like overseeing or overarching, kind of like spying on someone. So, and then people kind of observing. Do you get feelings that you've got people into your business at all, Heiko, or and if this is too personal,
People
you
talking
can,
shit.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
just
a little bit.
into
A
your
little bit.
business and
Yeah.
yeah, a little bit, okay.
A little bit. Yeah.
And then lifestyle change. The Knight of Swords is all about lifestyle change.
Yep.
And you've gone through a lot. We know that in terms
Yep.
of your accident and everything. But what about lifestyle changes? Are you ready to embark on something new as far as lifestyle change, or are you doing something now that is very regimented?
No, but I am working on trying to start something up on my own. And lifestyle changes have changed since I had my accident. That's for sure.
Yep. Okay, so and then the third card was the star, which is really at the forefront is about hope.
Uh-huh.
So it sounds like if you're going to be doing something that's a startup or your own business, that sort of thing, it's you're feeling that that's something that could be a bit of a game changer for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but back over onto the page of so this might kind of come together because when you're talking about the Page of Swords, which is about this idea of curiosity, people prying a bit, wanting to know more, or simply eyes on you. Maybe that has something to do with what you're looking at. So your venture, whatever you're doing, is that something that you share with people? You don't have to share it now, but is that something you openly share with people, or is there risk of somebody taking your idea?
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
No,
Okay.
nobody will be able to run with the idea. It's just I'm a kind of person that usually doesn't really blab about stuff before it actually comes to to fact, like happens.
Yeah.
I just find I'm not going to call it bad luck, but a lot of people, they just blab about stuff and then it doesn't work out. Now you
before the eggs.
You look kind of stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that's my MO. I like to do that. Fail.
Yeah.
But the Knight of Swords, though. So this is definitely, when you put them all together, there's a lot of change here. The Knight of Swords is really about life, part lifestyle changes and things like that. So All right. So
Yeah.
that outlook looks like pretty good for you. It's all positive.
All right, Heiko.
So you might be onto something, Mike. Stay with it. So, Junior just joined. Hey, Junior.
Hi, Junior.
All right.
We're doing
Hope you're
tarot
doing
card
well.
reading for free.
Hey, Junior.
Wow.
Junior, you got any horror stories, Junior? You can tell us your scary stories.
Spooky
ghost stories?
tales. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
If you do, let us know. We'll bring you on. You can tell your story.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. I was in the studio late broadcasting one night when
When?
him being Métis, I'm sure he's got some pretty cool stories because that's kind of in their background.
So George, would you be like to get the next reading?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Excellent, George. Okay, so I'm just going to put you up here.
Uh-oh.
Better.
Why is he up there? We don't watch his
Because
reaction.
he likes. You know what? There was a poll done. Most women who watch the show prefer to see George than any one of us. So,
Yep.
Who did that poll?
So George is our eye candy. It's funny, he put out the survey. All right. So first card for George.
All right, here we
is the Hermit.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, George, I'm going to put you back.
Isn't that the Led Zeppelin card?
Oh, I'm going back in my box. Right? I'm back in my box. Okay.
So the Hermit. That's your first card. Now we know George was a hermit during COVID. Absolutely 100%.
Absolutely.
You didn't leave the house for what? 68 weeks?
Something, whatever it was. I'm still not quite right.
Interesting card for
Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Mm.
And next we have
It was going so well.
The Hanged Man.
The Hanged Man.
Oh no, it was going so well. Can I just put that one away and draw another card, please?
Yeah.
No, it was cool because you were hanging by your foot, not by your neck. So it's okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a good card.
You're hanged, man.
Oh dear.
All right, let's see what George is all about here.
Oh dear.
It's all right, George.
It was going so
Keisha,
well.
let us know if you want Ringo to do your cards too. Come
Absolutely.
on, Keisha.
Anybody out there?
Come on, you fans out there. Come on, tell us.
Madame Ringo.
You want the cards done. Look at how sexy Miss Ringo is. Look at that. Look at the hair.
Okay, so the Hangman. Sorry, the Hermit.
Let's start with the good one. Yeah. It's going to end badly, I know.
Okay, so I mean, this is fitting for George because he actually will. He's definitely someone who a bit of a night owl. We'll call him, right? He said to me one time he gets most of his work done at night because people don't bug him.
That's right. There's no one around to distract
So
him.
I have to imagine he lives in a world of solitude, and really, when you look at the Hermit, it signifies represents solitude as its biggest feature.
Wow.
The Wheel of Fortune is going to be about external change. So, George, do you have something going on right now that that you feel is going to start to maybe evolve what you've been working on, or
I'm kind of looking back, trying to put it, As long as
I'm
trying to make it relevant because stuff gets forgotten, but I'm trying to make it relevant to how I arrived at this point.
We weren't sure if you quit the show last week, but so as long as it's not changed like that, that will be good with us.
I didn't quit the show. I told you I thought we went on last week. I misread the memo.
That back office. So the solitude thing's definitely not a bad thing because what I know about you is you've got a plan. You document a lot of stuff. You're a thinker, right? So that really fits. And then it's obvious you like your own space, right? I mean, that's very cool. If people that can actually do that and thrive well. So
now the bad news. Go on, the hangman.
No, the hangman is actually not what it appears to be verbatim. It's
I guess the flip
you're
side down.
making. Are you making sacrifices out there for anything right now? I don't mean like killing chickens, but
No.
are you making any life-changing sacrifices or putting some things on hold so that you can pursue?
Kind of, actually, yeah. I'm actually, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit Junior up.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm kind of like I'm kind of had opportunities to do stuff, but I don't want to do the same thing. I want to go, okay, it's not really what I want to do. I've done so much of that,
Absolutely.
Yeah, do something, and that's what I'm looking at the moment. Yeah, I can relate to that as well.
So the hangman in this case, it means that you're sacrificing some things so that you can move forward.
Yeah.
And you're also waiting. There's a bit of waiting. I don't know if you're feeling impatient about it or a little bit anxious, but there's some waiting to get to where you want to be. And the sacrifices should pay off for you. And that's
right on, George.
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
Watch this space. Yeah.
So Derek,
if it works out,
yes.
we're going to
Derek.
Yes.
We're going to
Derek.
We're going to read Derek now if he's up for it.
Dun, dun, dun,
Derek.
dun.
All right, Derek.
All right. I'm pushing my feelings through the cards.
Are you?
Take
Okay.
from the second
Here we
bottom
go.
and the third top.
Ooh, I just felt something. I got the willies on that one. So let's.
Whoa!
see what
Did you really? I just heard a weird noise right when you did that.
Telling you, I put the shit through. King of Wands.
King of Wands.
Oh.
All right.
That's funny because he said King of Wands when he got my King of Swords.
Yes.
Oh, there's a connection here.
So, page of cups.
Page. Yeah.
Okay.
May your cup floweth over.
Okay, and I've got to take the third. Oh, a Knight of Cups.
Double cups.
Derek. All right. So, we'll do the King of Wands. So
I'm good with Mexicans.
This is kind of interesting. So Derek, King of Wands in your case is about your charm and courage, actually, and that even though you don't profess or you're outwardly professing that you're a leader, you actually are, and a bold leader at that. So so let's park that card and see what the cups tell us, because you wow, that's interesting. So is there anything going on with work right now that might be on the horizon for you? Something that I don't know, something that would maybe change what you're doing a little bit.
Not really.
Are you getting more into the administrative side of things, or
no?
No. Is there something that is possibly part of your job or not? I'm seeing a lot of job stuff here, but that is kind of a new passion for you.
A passion? Pain in the ass?
And maybe it's about the band. Maybe I'm reading that wrong, right? Maybe it's about the band or your music. Yeah, that I hadn't thought of that.
I'm actually thinking of taking up more of a financial path with music.
There you go.
Mm.
There you go. That actually, when I look at this, it's you know, something to do with your passion. It's something that like the concept of work doesn't have to be, you know, like is what you do work, you know, from a music perspective. Well, if you're going to, you know, financially benefit, then yeah, it's kind of a part-time gig, I guess. So let's look at the Knight of Cups. So that's interesting as well, because through your charms, I suppose, and the passion you have for what you want to do, likely with music, it'll be interesting. Actually, you're gonna proposals will happen. Something will come along, and enter. Something will come along, and you'll be offered something as a result. So I'm not sure what you're planning financially, but you know, there's something good in the horizon.
So okay, I gotta put this blindly, but I'll just give you a little bit of information just to verify a little bit of what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I have been asked to be a backup drummer for
Blood Rock Sausage.
For Blood Rock Sausage, yeah, a corporate band, and their drummer is he was in a Canadian band who's pretty big. They still tour. So this is what he does when he doesn't tour with the other band. And it's definitely like quite the financial change.
Yep.
That it would be. So yeah, that's
Well,
and again, it's only a backup thing, but it's it helps to pay bills.
Excellent.
That's cool though.
That's very cool. So in a nutshell, then Ringo's not just throwing out a bunch.
No, look at that, Ringo. You nailed something.
We kind of
he got into my text messages.
Right. So through our we got our phones connected here. No, but Heiko, yours was pretty close, right?
Yep. Very good.
And then George, right? You've got this. And so like let's look at Keisha wanted a reading here. And Junior's in our green room.
He's gonna tell us a story.
Well, hi, Junior.
Oh, there it is.
Guys.
Hi, Junior.
How are you?
Great.
Good. You?
Getting through it. It's quite a battle, but doing all right. Thanks
for
asking.
Good to hear.
I see your posts daily.
Mm-hmm.
So, Junior, who are you supposed to be?
Presently, I don't know. I was Alice Cooper about an hour ago.
Oh, nice.
You see one of my postings, actually, Ringo. I was laughing about that because a friend had sent me a picture from junior high school school book, and I was Alice Cooper when I was 15 years old. So it's kind of ironic that I would continue to have a nightmare of sorts. But yeah,
for sure. So in the background here, everyone, I'm constantly shuffling the deck as we're picking the new read. So certainly, Junior, if you want to participate, let us know. But we're going to do Keisha's right now. So Keisha, you know, stay close to your keyboard because we want to interact here and we want to get your opinion. And then Aubrey has I got to kind of follow up on that message about the team. So, okay, so Keisha, first card up is Page of Swords. Okay. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. This is looking familiar here.
Holy crap. That's weird.
And then we've got the Queen of Swords.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's look at that. So Keisha is, let's see here. Wait. Okay. So the Page of Swords is going to be about, in Keisha's case, let me think here. Let me throw it out to the universe a bit. You know what, Keisha, it's the same as when what we're reading your dad, Heiko. Again, the prying eyes, right? So we're, some curiosity here, gossip, that sort of thing. But the basis for it is really trying to understand truth. So if there's something going on that you are curious about, or people are curious about, what you're up to, just give us some feedback as we go through these cards. So let's go to the Knight of Swords. So here it's about a lifestyle change. This is a little different though, because there's a lot to interpret at a pretty quick rate of speed, almost like a fast talker kind of thing. So I don't know if you're considering anything out there that would have some change, some lifestyle change in your life right now. But are you being sold that somehow? Are you participating in something that's new? Stayed up too late to watch an infomercial, that sort of thing. And then now there's the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is interesting because it's being about being very self-reliant, self-sufficient, but barring nothing but like total honesty, right? So that's the biggest strength in this card, is the total honesty. So let's see here. So Keisha is, what has she said here?
I think Keisha just said she's pregnant.
Maybe. So she said maybe Dad and I.
What was that?
Oh,
listen.
Okay. So she says
maybe Dad and I have a big
have
change coming. Oh,
yeah. You never know.
Oh my goodness.
For a change, I'm applying for my PNG soon, so there's that. Absolutely. So let's look at that theory here. So the Page of Swords, the gossiping, prying eyes, but about truth. I know engineering, it's very sort of pragmatic. It's based on facts, in if you're an engineer. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Definitely, there's an impact on lifestyle. The fast talking part of it, I think, if I could sort of just kind of summarize it at that, I'm not sure what that would be. So what are you saying here, Keisha? Oh, wow, the last card could have to do with my current relationship too. So you mean the Knight of Swords, the one I just read? Because that one there, yeah, there's some influence there that is about fast talking, but maybe pushing you to change, and that's not healthy.
No.
And then to recap on Queen of Swords, that's all about total honesty. So the Page of Swords, yep, I think that could be with your PNG, and then kind of hoping that works out. the knight being, there could be an influence there that's not quite positive. However, and there's gossip behind that. So again, not sharing. It's curiosity, gossip, but you're all about truth, which also comes out in the Queen of Swords, being total honesty, right? So
Nice.
So Keisha, what are your thoughts on all of that? And then what we'll do is we're going to talk about Aubrey's.
So I just read that. That's kind of crazy, Aubrey. Sorry, I guess car, which we find out now.
No, you go ahead. Read that, and we'll get back to Keisha once she answers.
So, Aubrey, talking about the dreams, we also have similar dreams and experiences. They mostly happen at my residence. It's a hotbed for weird shit. But my sisters, one had passed since this specific time, but they both seen their doppelgangers at the same time in the same place. At the same time, they told me I had no clue what the F a doppelganger was, I guess. Laugh out loud, but my late sister seen our younger sisters sweeping the doorway. She told my late sis to grab the dustpan in Car's room. That's me. Well, this is going. Okay, so there's a lot going on there. It sounds like you've got that actually had passed, and that may be the reaching out part, but I really don't think it's a good idea for us to get too deep. I have some assumptions about what you're saying now,
that's almost like another dimension. Like you're when you start talking about seeing your own doppelganger and stuff, right?
That's almost like dimensional, or like almost like a time travel blip. But I think Aubrey, it's worth investigating a little bit more, and maybe talking to someone who can really break that down for you, because I think there's an onion that can be peeled, kind of getting that sense. We definitely can't do it on this show. We don't have the time. But
she should talk to our friend that we've had on the show.
Yeah, Deanna's got a page called The Neon Dreamer. She does very in-depth readings. She knows Ringo very well. In fact, her and I have a pretty awesome connection. Look her up. And Derek, if you could put the link up. Oh no, I guess you can't, because you don't have control on it. But
Aubrey, she would be someone to definitely get in touch with.
Yeah, Derek, maybe what you can do is if you got a minute, put it up on our Facebook page, and put a link right to the Neon Dreamer, and she can talk to Deanna. And feel free to share, Aubrey, what we were talking about. And I'm
thinking Aubrey is more of a Carl or a Carla after the thing Cars.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. So if I've got that backwards, I apologize. But okay, so we're gonna go over to Keisha, because she's got another follow-up from. Okay, so Keisha's saying that makes a lot of sense. I definitely have some changes coming, and it has a lot to do with honesty. Sometimes I think I'm too honest in relationships with a partner or friend, but I think it's better to share how you feel than keep it all inside. Yeah, that's a very good outlook, or sort of self review. I think that one of those cards in the sort of curiosity, I wouldn't rule out control there. That other person with the sort of prying and prying eyes and all of that. That there's a control element there. So let us know, if that has something to do with a relationship. But like I said, that we're doing this tonight for entertainment purposes. So keep your spouses around. So yeah. So I'm going to put. Let's see here.
Junior, did you want your cards done too?
No, I'm smiling because of what he says, entertainment purposes. So if I would listen to a card reader or psychic a year ago, I would quite frankly be a fucking millionaire. But I didn't send the $27.99 to them, so I am not a millionaire.
Oh no!
Yeah. All right. So let's just.
I find cards interesting though, because sometimes they're almost relevant, though, aren't they, Ringo?
Yeah.
I think they absolutely can be. It just becomes a medium for to get the conversation going, and
it's all in how you interpret it, right?
Point in the right direction, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
That, Derek?
It's all in how you interpret it. Like whatever you say, I could relate it to a job. I could relate it to a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all in how you interpret it.
Yeah. I mean, I can get painfully specific on some of this stuff, but again, our show's about entertainment. Not to freak anybody out, but we don't. I think this is fun. It absolutely brings. Sort of brings a bit of a interesting right? So is there anyone else that would like? What about Kathy? Are you still there, Kathy?
Are you there?
Or Melanie, or Deborah, or somebody? Like, come on, you guys are still there, right?
Maybe.
Say yes. I want a reading done.
They're eating their Halloween candy.
Well, it is 11 o'clock. Time's flown right by.
Yeah.
Of course it does on Halloween.
So, Georgia, if I could change it, George had asked me a question just before I popped on about, or somebody did, in regards to a scary thing. So, yes, I did have a quick scenario where I was working in the Bible Belt in Woodstock, New Brunswick at CJ. And there they still to this day have an issue on a certain invisible border about French and English don't get along.
Okay.
So I'm running a commercial. In this case, I can recall it to this day, for Shoppers Drug Mart. Now the two English ones ran fine, and then the French ones ran fine. Then the phone line went, and there was this guy on the fucking phone. He was outright threatening to come down and blow my brains out, literally, if I didn't take this effing commercial off the radio.
Really?
Now it may not sort of seem scary in a sense, but here's the issue and problem. The studio was ground level, and we have a great big picture window in front. So the first thing I did was put a fucking song on and run and close those curtains like it mattered. Very true story.
Wow, that scared me. That's for sure.
Well, he was having literally, guys. I called my boss. I was shaken. This guy was having kind of a no offense for those that are dealing with the PTSD, I think it's called. But he was wigging. He was wigging right out. It wasn't just me. He was going to come down and shoot everybody and kill everybody. And if I didn't take this radio, this commercial off the air and the content at the time.
Wow.
So that was pretty scary.
Actually, that sounds like. Have you seen that movie Talk Radio? You must have seen that.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit like that, right?
And honestly, guys, it's happened. I can say 5 times. You would be surprised, and you guys may not deal with it, but on stalkers when you're working.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, here's an example. Okay, so if you have a stalker of sort, well, I have to announce that I have to do a remote tomorrow. So guess where I'm announcing where I'm showing up.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, if you have a stalker, they know where you're going to be.
Yeah.
There you go.
I remember. I got
It's like holy shit.
Yeah, I got a radio gig like on this called Arndale Radio. This is in the UK. This is 1983, and I was just doing like a Saturday afternoon, like about 3 hours or something like that. I was doing a bit of sport and scores in it. And I remember coming in like after the first or second week, and I got this letter addressed to me. And I can't remember. It was like there was an address on it. It was a girl, and it was like I started reading. Oh, and then I'm like, this is weird because it's like, do you remember when we used to sit in the studio and hold hands together? And I'm like, what the hell's this?
Oh my God.
So, I remember taking it home.
Hold hands in the studio with.
I don't know where that came from. It's like I can't remember the rest. I should have kept it, but I found it kind of really, really strange to get something like that.
Number one biggest nightmare in radio, guys. Trust me. The voice never matches the face or body.
Yeah.
When they're calling.
You're right.
Well, young radio, you think, like I say in the beginning of my career, you think this is all cool. I have groupies or whatever, and then you kind of meet them and you go,
yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
How do you think they feel? Like, come on.
No, I've had the same. Like you have your radio people that you listen to every morning in the car.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden one day you're at an event and they're there and you look and you go, what? That's them?
Yeah.
Like what the hell, right?
All I used to do, one of my running gags was for a while was, if you're doing requests and I go, Fred has requested this and blah, blah, blah. And I'd read that's coming up, but first of all, blah, blah, blah. And I always used to shove in somewhere, and I've had somebody say, can you play Misty for me? I said, no, I don't think we'll play that one.
Yes.
Did you get that, right?
I got it. Yes. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got you.
Cheers, George. Here's
We're not playing Misty tonight. Yeah. Maybe next week.
We had a recent one as well, Derek, at the Rock Pile. We brought Dave Evans, who was the original singer of AC/DC. There was a girl stalker that was attached to and said that she was and is Dave Evans' #1 fan. She had stalked my former girlfriend and myself on different media pages to the point, and people at Rock Pile, that she's not allowed back in the Rock Pile anymore.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's how much of a freak.
Wow.
I've had some religious people want to talk to me to heal me.
Oh, I bet.
And like they've like showed up at places and it's like, no, you can't do that.
Yes. Yeah, so that's some scarier parts of things. So, but great to have and see you guys kind of like this here. I'm still got a few months to go with what what's going on. Publicly, I haven't said, but I kind of thought about this. So what's going on is it's Hodgkin is my new word, cancer that I'm dealing with.
Yes, Hodgkin.
Okay.
Wow. And
how
you feel?
What does that mean?
I wasn't going to put it to public. I just put the obvious there because of the people that care and whatnot. But the actual diagnosis is, I think I mentioned, Derek Claw was saying hey to me there privately. So it's going to be 5 months of a treatment. So it's going to be a battle. But hey, my hair is still hair, so I'm doing good so far.
Yeah,
so thanks.
so far so good.
Yeah.
Well, how do you personally feel about it? You feel good about it? You think, you're having treatment, you're doing this, you're
scared?
Are you positive?
I'd be scared.
I would.
All kind of a little bit of of all the above, but not as much as you would think. One thing they did talk about is you're right, and you may have heard it from other people, is the different emotions. Anger was one, but I'm going to touch on that. It's not in my being to be an angry person. I gave up being angry a long time ago, so I'm not mad about it because of my belief, and that is in God. That is what I'm saying. The other side of things is what a team. Heiko, you mentioned that your lovely lady wife works in the field. My God, we are so fortunate. As far as I'm concerned, some people talk bad about our medical people and whatnot. I've been so effing fortunate. The only complaint I would have has nothing to do with medical. Mississauga, the worst parking in the fucking planet at that hospital in Eglinton. I was able to get into the Scotiabank parking easier. Other than that, the professionals, I've been so fortunate, guys. Seriously.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
So how am I doing with it? I'm doing well with it. My mom is my rock, as you guys have seen on my postings. So it's always, guys, I always reflect on this, and I'll leave you guys and the listeners with this. When you have a moment, which we can all maybe have sometimes, about thinking that you're really bad off, you know what? It's really easy to find somebody that's worse off than you. And trust me, when I look at those, it's almost emotional. Those kids at the McDonald House in Toronto, they're fucking kids. They're worse off than I am. So I don't need to be felt sorry for. I just have a battle that I'm going to fucking win.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that.
And if I don't, it was all for rock and roll anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be all right.
Better to burn out than fade away.
Yeah, I always say only the good die young, Junior, so you're going to be fine.
Well, yeah. Whoops. I used to say this, if you don't recall from our first interview, the friends and acquaintances that I like, they get that finger.
Yeah.
The ones we don't get the other. You guys are way into overtime, and you're always so kind to have me on, and it's always great. This is my way. I'm not also allowed to go out in public as much, not only because of, but it puts another person perhaps at risk, and myself. So I also do wear a mask going on and whatnot. I can do shows and whatnot, but I can't socialize. And I guess if I have to say anything, that is the toughest, not being able to socialize. So being on,
right.
I'm digressing, guys. I'm sorry, but it's because I can't get out and be me. So that's tough.
Well, you know what? You listen to us every week, and we love having you on. So you need that little push, that little melt or whatever, that little moment. Hey, you're welcome here anytime, buddy. Anytime.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a good friend.
I appreciate that. And those that are dealing with it out there, and that's what I'm finding as well. And you guys have mentioned, I think even all of you, that thoughts and prayers for all those that are having to deal with any kind of health issues with regards to this cancer thing, to whatnot, because there's there's quite a few more out there than we realize. So if anything, I'll be a voice and say, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen that are dealing with it, fight, do your best.
Yeah.
The point though about, like, whoever mentioned it about being afraid, don't be afraid, take it on, and be fearless with it, because you got hope along the way, and being having a positive nature, you're going to be able to get through this. I know people have had the same thing and it's totally eradicated. So the treatment is better than ever, although the treatment itself wears you down. What I can say about the treatments is get yourself Powerade with electrolytes or Pedialyte. That will give you a boost as you're going through your treatments, and it's totally okay to take that. But yeah, stay positive and don't fear any of it. Just
Your positive energy will help you. And like Junior mentioned, he said the people out there, and you can go to many different institutions, hospitals, whatever, and the ones that are always on your side, more so than doctors or anybody else, are the nurses, and they're the ones that help people.
Absolutely.
And a very, very good friend of ours is also a nurse that works with my wife, and she's in the cancer ward. And the stories that we hear are some are just humbling, and other ones just get you so excited because there's so much going on with these ladies and how they help the people, how they work with the people. It's fantastic. There is help out there. Just stay positive. Find a good institution to go to. Newmarket is one of them, and just do it. Just go.
I'll plug for RVH in Barrie as well, by the way, because that's
Barrie,
where
yeah.
my regular trips are going to be going. So
I hear that's a good place. Yeah.
All the hospitals, as I say, I want to stress this. I mean, I'm not just me, but we are so fucking fortunate, guys. People don't realize. How dare you complain about it? I understand the weight thing. It's your patients, no pun intended. I understand, but it's because we don't have enough. But for what they do, they all deserve raises as far as I'm concerned. I mean, really, I mean, the hours they put in, and oh my God. So I could go on and on. Listen, great medical staff in our province, country, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Nice.
excellent.
So I'm glad you found a good spot. We'll keep it up. I guess Barrie's the closest to where you are, right?
It is so, yeah. I was kind of disappointed. This guy that I used to be a friend of mine named Derek, he has a cottage near me. He didn't fucking call me or deck all.
Really?
When he came up
Derek?
to his cottage. So you know, that's what happens when these cottagers come up. They just take over our area, and then they just fuck off. So, you know, if you ever see him somewhere, tell him to kiss my ass.
Okay.
That can be done.
Lock the cottage up and wait till next season.
Wow.
I know how much fucking snow.
Anyway, you guys are way into overtime as usual. I love you all. So thank you very much. Always, it's great to carry on and see your smiling face.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy.
Yeah, all the best. Stay rocking, my friend. Always.
Oh, come on, look at him. He is. He will always be rocking. No worries there.
No. I know it just reminded me of that, Junior. I know Rush. I was in the beer store. You know, I occasionally go in there, and I just noticed, and I forgot the time after Rush beer. That Rush beer. That have you seen it?
Yes.
Is it good?
Rush?
Yes, I have.
What's it called?
It's
Rush beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got the logo on the beer cans and whatnot there. I've seen so much of it and whatnot. So you guys saw the last show. I was able to hold Alex Lifeson's guitar. So my God, I've been blessed again. So that show went well. So it's great. We can go on and on, guys. I don't mind. It's not like I got nothing but fucking time right now. So no pun intended.
Nice.
Yeah, we gotta wrap her up. But Junior, we'll see you again soon on here. And
probably next week.
Well, again, we do have some, because everything's done months in advance. So positive in regards to. So we have some things going on. So I knew this other guy named Ringo that was supposed to send some swag, but I don't know what happened to him either. So I want to thank the friends that do remember. Shout out for the mailing from my boys in Barstool Confession out of Barrie. So we'll be they were at our festival this year. So so
very nice.
I've been so lucky that people send me shit. Or not shit, sorry.
Cool shit.
Hey, so George down there below me, George. We're okay still. The other two guys, not so much. We're good.
We're assholes.
all right, Junior, we'll see you soon. And
for sure.
Keep your stick on the ice, as they say.
Chin up, buddy.
Don't let your meatloaf.
You will get through this. You got this.
Right.
Absolutely.
Means
all right, bud. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Wow.
Yay, time to wrap her up, boys.
Wiki, wiki, wick, wiki, wick, wick, wick. Another week.
Hey, Derek, I really like your mask. I like your mask. It's pretty cool.
So I'm gonna cut the teeth off, and then I'm
No.
gonna use like red blood almost, like gel for around my mouth.
Yep.
So then it'll look like just like a burnt mouth kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I kind of like the teeth.
Well, you can.
Try putting the blood in before you cut the teeth off.
What sucks though is like trying to drink with those teeth because they.
Have you heard of a straw, my friend?
Yeah. Have
What?
you been to
Come
some of the places
on!
I play at? They don't have straws.
You have to bring your own telescopic stainless steel straw.
Yeah.
I would have thought of that earlier too. I could have drank from this side and not got black and orange all over everything. But hey, what the hell?
Fuck, back in the day, I used to always bring my own telescopic straw.
Nice,
Yeah.
nicely done.
Don't
Why
try
are you
this
in
at
the
home,
bathroom
kids.
backwards on the toilet.
Mm.
But, hey,
I'm drinking my blood. Look I'm drinking blood now.
Oh,
Wow.
So the one thing that thanks for anyone that's still on that participated with the reading. So that would be Keisha actually, and then all of you guys. That was fun.
And thanks for doing it, pal. That was really good.
Yeah, and it was all like very positive, a lot of things. But ending a tarot card reading, there are rules, and so what I'd like to do is say thanks to the universe. Thanks to the cards, in fact, for putting something out there that was beneficial to everyone, and we thank anybody or any element that would have helped guide us tonight, the universe, and so on. It was an excellent experience and very positive. So yeah, that's how you a short affirmation to close it off, and that's how you do it.
That's very cool.
But it's good. We had some connection there, right? So
yes,
maybe
it's amazing how what you did kind of connected with everybody that got involved. It's very neat. Awesome. Very neat. I like that.
Yeah.
And even though that father and daughter had similarities, was kind of mind-boggling because you said you're constantly shuffling the cards.
Well, yeah, I was shuffling the cards, and you guys, except the queen, right? The queen was different, but
but two the same. Holy shit!
Well, definitely in terms of the lifestyle, some change, right? So you both have change.
Yeah.
The relationship aspect of it with Keisha that she needs to explore a little more, I think. But,
that's a creepy old mask there, buddy. I like that.
It is creepy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It almost looks slimy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like burnt. So I want to give a shout out to Makeup Billy. If you ever need masks, this is she does a whole bunch of different styles, but this is
really
half mask.
So Derek, I would like to definitely connect because MCM is on hold right now until the spring, at least. Phil and I have decided that. But in the next Rev, I actually wanted to be able to replicate the mask on the front of the album, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So you want to commission her to make a mask?
Yeah, make a mask.
Yeah, she does the molds and everything, right? She clays and then...
Perfect. I mean, I'll just give her a copy of the album and she can replicate that mask. That would be good. Or she needs to take my facial impression. Then that's fine.
Yeah. No, she could definitely do that. Like she does like for Jeepers Creepers and stuff like that, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that would be really cool. But excellent. So there's Keisha saying thanks for the reading. Kathy saying nice hair, Ringo. Yeah, absolutely. So I was hoping Kathy would want a reading, but she didn't express an interest.
Yeah, that would have been kind of cool.
That would have been good. I mean,
come on, Kathy, it's your last chance.
Might have been a little biased.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But you know what? That's fine. we can do that some other time.
Yep.
All right, wrap her up, Hike.
So, and like I said, I want to throw this out there again. I want to thank Debbie for doing my face for me tonight. It's pretty cool. And I was playing with it while I was eating. Right? The mouth moves and it's so cool. So if anybody out there has kids' birthday parties, the kids love her. They get the princesses and dragons and butterflies and flowers and all that shit on their face. She does adult parties too. She does corporate stuff. She's even done, I saw some pictures tonight where she paints pregnant ladies' bellies.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so cool. You'd think, oh my God, weird, but some people love that kind of stuff.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool having these sort of evil-looking arms coming out.
Yeah, like busting out of the skin, right? With a face like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
so look her up, folks. Look her up on Facebook. It's Debbie, and it's the Blue Leopard face painting. She'd love to hear from you. She's really good. She's a lot of fun, and the kids love her.
See the ghost that came to my door?
Wow. Did you invite the ghost in?
No.
Is the ghost in your closet now?
Facebook, it's a painting. It's not real.
Sure.
No, really, it's a painting.
Sure.
Movie locked Sarah Wilson. Painted a silly ghost.
Oh,
nice.
Junior dropped out of the green room. I guess he was kind of waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, boys,
it's pretty late, eh? Holy shit.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you guys for the cool stories you told tonight. Thanks, Ringo, for doing the readings. That was fabulous. That was really well done. I liked it. And thank you for the guests that were part of our show tonight. Mm-hmm. Number one today was Melanie. Imagine that. And then we had Deborah, James, Keisha, Aubrey, Kathy, Brady, and Junior, who was actually on the show as well. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of our Halloween night. And we're going to see you guys all next Monday night at 9:30 right here on the Heikadelic Show. Have a good week, everybody. Cheers.
Happy Samhain.
Yeah. Hola. Cheers.
Well, that's another wrap for the Heikadelic Show, folks, so time to get dirty. And don't forget, listen in next week on Monday night and every Monday after that for the Heikadelic Show at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like more information on the Heikadelic Show, please find us at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. We'll see you all next week on the Heikadelic Show. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor for the Heikadelic Show, it's easy. Just send us an email at info@theheikedelicshow.com. Meanwhile, you can browse our website at www.theheikedelicshow.com or .ca. Click on our sponsor tab and find out more information on sponsorships. Thanks for joining the Heikadelic Show, fans.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Wiggleton, and I'm actually the producer and janitor here at the Heikadelic Show. But anyhow, I think it's good, but it really it's pretty late show, so I don't even watch it myself, so I have no idea what it's about. But that Heiko guy, he's pretty smart. He is pretty smart. He doesn't pay me well, but he's pretty smart.